ones. I think Biddy every now and then comes in this region. Also, Schwa is also another resident Toon Link. So you don't see this character a lot, but Big Mac, I'm pretty sure, has matchup knowledge on this one.
Now, one thing I can say about Toon Link in this matchup is that he has to try to spend a lot of his time avoiding the combos so he can get off his start of his projectile wall. And then once he has that wall established, the game becomes a lot easier for him.
And James is trying to do that right now, but the thing about Big Mac is he's so good at rushdown with Sheik that anytime that he has an opening to just get in and do his combos and get damage, he's just going to go for it and, you know, not let up at all. Oh, good patience there from Big Mac. See, that's also like matchup knowledge there. He knows that kind of stalling downer attack that Toon Links like to use to kind of stall the recovery and just not have anybody approach them from underneath because of that downer hitbox.
Big hitbox, yeah.
He knew that if he was on the down drift because of the air stalling and just waited for it to end, just duck in with an up smash, see out the stock, and contain a very commanding lead.
Now he's only looking to make this a larger lead. The percentages are all pretty much the same at this point.
James is just trying to get offense started, but the problem is just Big Mac is doing a really good job of suffocating him at every single turn. He's only managed to get like random hits that lead into like two-piece strings.
Yeah, we haven't seen many of the signature Toon Link combos so far.
He hasn't even pulled bomb a whole lot in this game either. Like, that's another thing.
And I feel like that's a pretty important part of this matchup in general. Just having something that can potentially break your combos as well.
Yeah, see, like right there, it negates some ledge pressure. It's very important, but because Big Mac's offensive pressure has just been so strong, he's not had a chance to get that started. Although that setup, though, that would have been...
And the back there will kill Sheik at 93%. Jade still has not been able to battle the climb, but it's a climb, but it's not too...
Or nice read there on the option, getting that air dodge, and hitting with the bouncing fish to end that game.
I feel like James is maybe having a little bit of stream nerves.
Yeah, I mean, that's another thing that a lot of players, especially people who, if it's one of their first times or if it's their first time back in Ignition in a while, happens. Like, I get this with a lot of people where they say, oh, they're up on stream, like, oh man, I don't know if I can do this. Honestly, the best advice I guess you can have for those kind of nerves just is, and it sounds really just kind of cut and dry, but just just play like it's another match. Play like you're playing out in the main room. Play like if like nobody's watching, or just you're in pools and just the people around you are watching. That's my mentality on it.
Now, despite the current deficit, James is actually doing a lot better this game. He's playing more patiently and trying to, you know, utilize the space that Town and City gives you to really set up a nice wall.
Yeah, he's realizing that the counter to all of this aggressive pressure is that he needs to just run away and start to build his wall. Like, no matter how much Big Mac is chasing him down, he's realizing that, okay, well, I'm at advantage when I'm not trying to force anything, so I just need to hang back for a little bit. And you see right here, he's starting to get his bomb pulls, and he's starting to get those setups. Oh, that was such a nice conversion there from Big Mac. Like, that's the thing that's scary about Big Mac on Town and City is that if you just get clipped by one of those forward tilts, if you're at that percent, he is like 99% with that combo every single time. And even if James, even as James is starting to get his walls up and start to get those projectiles out, Big Mac is now starting to realize, okay, well, you're starting to do your Toon Link stuff. He's finding a way to circumvent it.
We had it.
Oh, almost had that air dodge.
The biggest thing I've noticed out of James is that he's having a lot of trouble on the ledge. He keeps getting trapped there. He keeps getting, you know, taking extra damage, getting pushed back off stage. Now, right when I was saying that, he, you know, proved me wrong.
No,
is the bomb going to save him?
Faded out too far. He wanted to kind of fade back and Zaire tether back onto the ledge, but just went a little bit too far, and that's so heartbreaking.
Yeah, that grenade can be scary sometimes, you know. You just don't want to take that little extra damage, get sent a little bit higher up into the air, and that ended up taking a stock.
That's really unfortunate. But Big Mac.
They say fear